Growing stronger and stronger as fighting lasts longer and purer to make heaven surer. With crosses and trials and many denials we'll stop, but to die true, loyal to our King who reigns on high. Ignatius, lead us on till we die.
That I was 25 years in Africa after retiring from teaching here. At 60, retirement was allowed. I retired. 25 years I worked in Africa. I was a formed Jesuit. Already I had spent many years in the society. I joined at the age of 17 after my intermediate. Then I had to take my BA, BA Honours, MA, go to England and take again another degree. That is MA. What is the use of that? It's a small village near Thrissur, Thrisur. That's a well-known place because the Hindus have got a huge temple in the center of their town and they have got annual celebrations galore. 30 elephants is the minimum. So it's a very different world altogether. Business-like. We go to school, come back. I used to play tennis after classing, that is during the leisure hours in the evening. Already there I played tennis and continued playing even in Africa. Never. In those days we were not allowed that privilege.
I see.
Yeah. Especially in Kerala. Yeah. Women were kept out, I mean, they don't come forward for exercise. They will be looking after the kitchen. Food is well prepared and so. Primary and secondary. After school final, I was in my own village. Only a wall 6 inches or 8 inches broad separated the school compound from our house, from our compound. We were also involved, our parents were involved in getting the school there. A school in my village, big name, Kandesankadu. I had already two priests, two brothers were priests, one Carmelite, one secular priest who became the first bishop of the Carmelite order. So vocation and all that was very common to us. Eldest brother had all his studies in Rome. He was ordained there. When he came back, I was still a student in the intermediate. Then the second one joined the Carmelite order. He was very much loved by them. They made him the first provincial. And afterwards he became bishop. He was the first bishop in the Carmelite order. Syrian Carmel, not other Carmel. Well, St. Joseph's College, where I did my intermediate, has much to do in that.
St. Joseph's College in Kerala.
No, Trichinopoli.
In Tiruchi.
Yeah. Father Kati, Father Rapina, the botany professor. These are people who were very influential with me. When I was returning the tennis racket after a game, Father Kati called me. Such an important man. And then had a chat with me. That is the way the fathers treated us, BA in St. Joseph's Trichy.
St. Joseph's itself.
Yeah. That was during my regency. Could not do everything at the same time.
So you did your regency along with your BA?
Well, little bit. But I also had 1 year of complete regency. They will try you like that. After 3 years, we could change it into MA without any further exam. Usually, after the BA, people remain in the atmosphere of the college. And that's a very old custom. We don't have it. We won't have it now. Modern youth won't care to have.
Want to care to?
Care to have that special training.
That's all. But modern youth, Father, nowadays, they are sharp enough to pick up things, no?
Yeah. They got other good qualities also. I am not looking down on them. Not at all. Even here, when I go out, I can see they're very, very friendly.
Friendly.
Anxious to meet me. No. BA honors 3 years, straight to the after intermediate. You don't have to do BA. 3-year course, that was the system. After 5 years or so, you're allowed to become MA without further exam.
Can you compare the previous education and today's education?
You see, I was 25 years in Africa after retiring from here. So I am not fully in touch with the modern education here. 25 years were very, very important years. Seven years in Shambhaga I had. That is, novitiate 2 years, juniorate 2 years, and philosophy 3 years. 7 years. And strange to say, I never expected it. I was employed in Andhra Loyola College, Vijayawada. Soon after 2 years in Trichy. And then I was called to head the juniorate to Shambhaga. I was in charge of the juniors.
Father, say something about your theological studies, Father.
What can I say about that? That is standard for. There is nothing individual contribution to be put in that. how the system works, and I cooperated with them. I was made to defend, what is called defense in philosophy. The whole house will be assembled and to defend a thesis. I got 2 chances for that, not one, both in the first year and in the third year.
2 chances for what?
To defend in this thing.
Why first time you failed or what?
I didn't fail at all. What is it? What a conclusion. There is no need, only very few get a chance to go there.
Father, about your ordination experience, where were you ordained?
Ordained in Kurseong, where I did my theology.
Where did you offer your first Mass, Father?
Oh, naturally, in Kurseong. Well, mainly I was in the colleges, because I was trained for that. After taking BA and MA here in India, I was sent to England, at Oxford. I took a research degree. You see, after that, I cannot do ordinary work. I taught only in the postgraduate classes. And in addition, I was made Vice Provincial for Education. A new job was created. So I had a lot of work on my hands, especially in administration. But it's all the same. I kept busy with the books. That I was 25 years in Africa after retiring from teaching here. At 60, retirement was allowed. I retired. 25 years I worked in Africa. Well, I was in Africa, you see. I went for my B.Lit to England, but then I was the whole time busy with my books. And people were from many countries. They were not very charming, very friendly, I must say. I didn't mind. So when I finished it, I came back and did my work here. I was principal in Trichy, principal also here in Palayamkottai. Yeah.
Unforgettable sweet memories.
Palayamkottai, I have only 1 year principal. And I was made principal in Trichy immediately after that. I cannot speak much about experiences at 1 year. Plenty of work to do, because staff was limited. But the boys were very cooperative. Even now, if I meet one of them, they will be ready.
Ready for what?
To embrace me.
Good, Father. Any experience, bitter experience you had in this college, Father?
Bitter? No, I never had any bitter experience in any college. No bitter experience. Small disappointments occasionally may come. I wouldn't call it bitter. Well, I think it is a very fruitful training, and it is excellent for the work we have to do. And so, service to society, and at the same time, making yourself fit for it. "25 years in Africa, after retiring here at 60, that already is 85. Then I returned. Now it is 3 to 4 years after returning from Africa. And so it is, I'm now 91 years old.
My goodness. You are 91 years old.
Yeah.
Doesn't look so, Father.
Yeah.
But still you are cheerful, charming, youthful.
Yeah.
What is the secret of your energy?
I don't know. You must say it, find it out. That is based on the exercises. That is a large question. The spiritual exercises. And so from start to finish, it is a very thoroughgoing study and approach to one's personal life and apostolic work. There's no doubt about that. That is a very delicate question, but I wouldn't consider, some people do. Or some people say, oh, nowadays it was like this, and now it is all gone. That is a very wrong attitude. There will be some changes because times call for certain changes.
Father, what is your advice to younger Jesuits in the Society of Jesus, particularly in Madurai province, Father?
Very large question. There is not one answer to that. I must interview each one and try to suggest, with their cooperation, to choose something. They are not academically very bright, but still they deal with persons very well. Well, they can do the work of a warden in a hostel and something similar to that.
Probably, how do you feel about this community life here in St. Xavier's College, Palayamkottai?
Really good question you are asking. I find that you are very friendly, and that is what makes a community.
Creative advice to our scholastics here?
I don't know how to answer that. It is first of all spirituality. Without that there is nothing. Then excellence in studies. That is all right.
As a Jubilee gift advice, what could you say to our community members here, Father?
You youngsters do not give that importance to old people as in the society outside. And so the question is difficult to answer. Everybody has a place for Our Lady, and from childhood we have been inculcated in that. So I may go ahead without any difficulty. First thought is to go to her, ask her to commend me to the Lord. That's very, very common.
Growing stronger and stronger as fighting lasts longer and purer to make heaven surer. With crosses and trials and many denials we'll stop but to die true, loyal to our King who reigns on high. Ignatius, lead us all.